Hi, I'm Dr. M. Kamakshay, open source software evangelist and also a full stack web developer. I have been creating demonstrations related to R programming language and its utility for data analytics. In this video, I would like to explain as how to create output reports. Doing data analysis in R is not that important because we don't do data analysis for ourselves. Data analysis is done in order to show or share that analysis with few people related to your project. Simply we call them as stakeholders. Suppose if you are working in some company and you are doing some data analysis and you are supposed to share your analytical reports with your stakeholders, maybe a user or maybe an investor, or you will be doing data analysis for some people, not for yourself. So creating output files is as important as doing data analysis in RStudio, R programming language. As far as R is concerned, there are dozens of options to create output reports. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a very simple and slide output report called Markdown. And to create reports, you just have to go to the file, and in the very first menu you have new file, and in new file you have script. This submenu is used to create this R script files where we write the programs, and just bottom to that you have a couple of submenus. One of the menus is R notebook, which we are going to use in this video demonstration. There are a couple of other submenus like R Markdown and also Shiny apps and all. And there are so many options. Even you can write the Python scripts in RStudio. RStudio is really a wonderful software editor meant for a couple of programming languages, and also used for developing applications. In this video, or the aim of this video is to show you how to create the notebooks. How to create the outputs using R notebooks. When you press the first time, and R certainly will ask you to. This is taking a lot of time. When you press the R notebook, the very first time, R will ask you for, prompt for some packages. This is how it will prompts you for few packages. Doesn't matter. You don't need to read names of these packages. You just have to press OK. Now it will take a century of time because I hate this Windows and also running R in Windows. I usually do that in Linux. It doesn't matter which operating system you use. I wanted to shoot this demonstration inside Windows because most of my viewers are Windows people, but I'm not a Windows man. In fact, I don't like this operating system because it takes, I don't know why. So one of the packages are not installed. I don't know whether we can. Again, it is taking a lot of time to open. I'll pause my video. Actually, I failed to install R Markdown in my RStudio, so I thought of installing it manually using install packages command. Here I picked up the name as R Markdown because you have to be very cautious. Sometimes R packages will be having uppercase, lowercase letters in the name of the package. You got to be very taste. And now I'm trying to do, I don't know if I can, hopefully I may be able to install R Markdown in this way. I have to see. I'll pause my video and come back once again after installation. Finally, I installed R Markdown. It was very difficult for me to do that because that is what I said. I hate working with R inside Windows because here it showed me something. See, when I executed this command install dot package, see, everything is learning. So nobody is proficient in anything. We all evolve while learning things. So when I executed this command install.packages or markdown, it bogged down. Uh, the installation was broken down because there was a breakdown. The problem was this. Fortunately, RStudio showed me a solution that I have to delete this particular. Then I went to my documents, and there are installation path, wherein here I have that folder 00 log, something like that. So then once again I re-executed the command install.packages or markdown, and this time it just went like that. I don't know, hopefully uh, I even R markdown. So this how, so if R shows you R markdown like this, and it should be. So I don't know, you may not be able to face the same problem in your operating system. You should be able to, but usually this will not happen. I quite a few times I install R Studio and I install so many packages, but this never happened in my case. This is the first time I'm seeing this type of snack in my workflow. Now straight away go to the file, and new file, you have this R notebook. You just have to click on R notebook, and this is how R Markdown will be opened. Now what is this R Markdown? R Markdown is an extended application of the Markdown. So what is this Markdown? You have to go to the browser and search for Markdown. Markdown is an application software which is meant for creating reports, and this is platform independent, and that is actually a mind-blowing software application for data scientists and analysts. Now I'll show you the official yeah, this one, Markdown guide, and this is the logo of Markdown. Here, this is the logo of the Markdown, and this is open source reference guide, and highly useful. This is a platform independent, which means that you can carry these files anywhere in any operating system and execute them under any circumstance. One very best feature of Markdown is that it can be converted into any other file format. Just like you can create a Word file, you can create a PDF file, you can create a text file, you can create quite a other, I mean, dozens and dozens of formats within your operating system. Like if you have a Markdown, then you can just together with Pandoc. So I'm talking too many things which is beyond the scope of this video. Let me go back to RStudio, and now when you press on file, you see R notebook. Then this is the file created inside the left top pane of the RStudio. Now this is a Markdown file. Then you have to read or know what is the Markdown, and within a couple of seconds I'm going to show you how to execute this file and create the output reports. Now if you look very closely, you see the title of this file is untitled.1, untitled1. I said it is Markdown, but you see the name, the format we must be able to see the format inside the name of the. You will not be able to see the format until you save this file. Go to some place, maybe you can go somewhere like your documents, and okay, let me go to E, and I have a place for, or call it temporary, and here I just save our output. Okay, somewhere you just have to save your file. Now you see here the name is turned into .rmd file. So rmd is just a wrapper for md, which means this is actually an extended application for the base Markdown utility application. Now what is this Markdown? Markdown is a simple script file in which you just have to write your information. You don't need to take care of formatting. Suppose if you are writing Word document, most of the time the user have to concentrate on the formatting rather than on the information which we are interested in. So that is actually not a good thing. So we have to concentrate on the information, but the formatting should be taken care by the software. So that is the philosophy behind Markdown. Now when you look very carefully here, this is actually the title. Okay, the title always is enclosed in 3 dashes. See here, and there is alternative way. You can also use the percentile symbol. Whatever you are going to write within this 3 dashes, I mean the information which is enclosed in these 3 dashes will be considered as a heading. And then you have the body. In this body there are a couple of formatting issues, like you see this is how hyperlink is written inside Markdown. Okay, on Markdown you have to start square brackets, and within parentheses you have to mention the URL. So this R Markdown will be converted into a hyperlink. Now wherever you encounter asterisk, I mean the words enclosed within asterisk, this will be converted into italicized words. You see there are many italicized words here. So wherever you find these statements inside asterisks, or the words having either side asterisks, that will be converted into. If we use 2 times, then that particular word will be converted into boldface font. Okay, and now this is very important part of the. We have RMD, which is R Markdown. This application supports R code. The statements of R inside the scripts are called chunks, R chunks. Okay. There are a couple of ways you can create this that I will discuss in my next video. I just would like to show you how to install and use R Markdown in RStudio. And then this is R code, where you can use your code just like in console. See, like you can just use suppose if I want to create a variable with 1 to 10, you see now x is 1 to 10. So the same thing you can also do the same thing here. You can just write x 1 to 10, and then x written x or print x, something like that. Since we are inside the script, it is always better to use print. Now say how to obtain the report. That is what is the challenge of this. Now you see here you have a little preview button, and just adjacent to that you have downward arrow. When you press on this, you have a couple of options. You can preview the notebook. You can knit. Knit is another package which is useful to convert this script into HTML, PDF, Word, and few other. Now I am going to press on preview notebook. Let's see what's going to happen. Now when I press on preview notebook, RStudio opens another window, and inside this window you should be able to see your information. Now you see here you have the R code. You not only have the R code, you also have the rest of the information which maybe as a matter of interpretation, or maybe you want to write a blog, or you want to write a web page, or you want to write some notes all around this code, that will be projected alongside your code. Now I am going to close this. Now you see that opened. Actually, when we press preview notebook, RStudio opens a window which is a browser. Now let us go back to our folder. I think I saved this in some folder. I think it is there in. Now let's go back to the folder and see what is there. Video tutorials or temporary. Yes, you see there are 2 files here. routput.rmd is a file, it's the application file. Now you have an additional file called HTML. Now let's open this and see what is there inside this file. Same thing. You will be have this is so when you compile, it's not exactly compiling. When you execute this file, now what is going to happen? R is going to create 2 files. Obviously, one of the very first file is the file in which we are writing the script, and the second file is the HTML file. This file is very much useful for you to carry it ahead and create a blog, or maybe a website, web page, or maybe embed this inside your web page, or you can use this inside a web application, just like Now, suppose you are creating a server inside, you want to embed a page, and can do quite a few things. And now let us explore a few other options. Suppose if I press knit to HTML, please be cautious, and this button is going to disappear now. If you press knit to HTML, now you see there is knit now, and the file is being compiled, and the window automatically opens, and you have, this time you have the output. So if you want to see the output, earlier we never had the output, this time we have the output. And let us go back to the folder or project directory and see what is there inside that folder. Now we should be having additional file, possibly just a bare minimum HTML file instead of NB HTML file. This is NB HTML file. This is the same old file in which we don't have, I think we should not be having the, yes, this is old file. Now this time you have an additional file, and this is a file in which you have both code as well as output, because we want to see the output, not just code. You see here you have the output. So to make it very clear, let me plot this data and see and prove you that, you know, whatever I'm talking. Now we are just going to plot this time, plot X. Okay, save this, go back and knit. Now in Windows it automatically opens, RStudio automatically opens the window. In Linux you don't see, you have the plot here, right, apart from the code. So this way you can create your output files and share these files with your stakeholders. Obviously you are not doing analysis for yourself, you do analysis in order to share your analysis together with insights with your stakeholders, I mean the people who concern with your job. The last one, I'm going to show you how to execute this file and create a Word file, because most of the world is interested in Microsoft applications. Word is the most widely used documentation software. Now there is an option called knit to Word. You just have to press this, and then you see Word document default. There are a couple of changes in the script, and this is going to write down. It's just like a simple conversion, that's all. This MD file, you see here R output knit MD kind of thing. It is just going to convert this script into MD file, I mean the Markdown file, into Word file, and that will be opened automatically for your. This is how you are going to. You see, you have a beautiful description along with R code, and then you have the outputs and everything. So this is the way you are going to create the output documents inside RStudio. That is the utility of this. You can't do this in R. This is the specialty of the RStudio. You should have RStudio in your computer. Many people do talk about quite a few other editors, but I prefer to have RStudio because of this reason. Apart from this, there are quite a few other options. Like I most of the time go for RSV. This is because I am an academic. I use all programming language to perform analysis meant for my articles or papers. So the RSV is a very handy tool to create PDF files. I mean, you don't need to use RSV. In Markdown itself you can make PDF files, but RSV is meant for academic writing. If you are an academic, you are submitting, maybe if you are a student or a faculty member or you are a researcher, then you share your research in the form of an academic article. Most of the academics use this. By the way, you need a dependency. I mean, you also have to satisfy a dependency called LaTeX. You see, in my computer, I have Technic Center and also MikTeX, something like this. MikTeX, MikTeX. So like this, you also have to ensure LaTeX in your. So the objective of this video is only to show you how to create the output files. I've shown you how to create MD file, .md file, .html file, and .docx file. And let's go back to our, you see here you have docs file. So that's for this video. So whenever you do analysis, try to save your analysis as in the form of a shareable file, because you have to share your insights with others. Obviously we don't do the analysis for ourselves. Thanks for watching this video. Please press like button and stay tuned for the new content. Subscribe to my video channel.